You've been wondering why they all left. Why the people you trusted, cared for, held close, slipped away. Why those you thought would stay forever, suddenly grew distant, silent, gone. Why friendships broke without warning. Why relationships cracked without reason. Why connections you built with such love and patience dissolved like they never mattered. It felt personal, like rejection, like abandonment, like failure. But here's what you've never been told, what the spirit realm knew all along. This was never about you losing people. This was about you being prepared for purpose. A deeper, higher, more sacred mission that they were never meant to walk with you. They could not go where you are destined to rise. Listen carefully now, because this truth will set your heart free. When no one stays, when they all fall away, when loneliness surrounds you like a thick cloud, it is not punishment. It is protection. Protection of your calling, of your energy, of your clarity. Because divine purpose cannot be shared with every familiar face. There are places in the spirit where only you can go. Levels of glory, of responsibility, of blessing, of spiritual authority that require separation. The ones who left could not breathe the air of your next dimension. Their minds, their fears, their doubts, they would have suffocated the promise. You have been asking why the phone is silent, why the invitations stopped, why the circle grew small, but heaven was answering you the whole time. The angels were guarding you from distraction, from contamination, from limitation, because God is calling you into rare air, into holy ground, into the secret place where the next instructions for your life will be whispered. And not everyone can enter there. Not everyone can be trusted with the vision. Not everyone can handle the weight of the blessing about to fall on you. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it felt like betrayal, like abandonment, like loss. But look deeper. Remember the arguments that rose out of nowhere, the sudden misunderstandings, the unexplained distance, the tension you couldn't fix. That wasn't coincidence. That was God tearing apart what your heart was too loyal to release. Because if they stayed, they would have delayed you, drained you, distracted you, damaged you. You would have spent energy trying to explain what God is doing in you when they were never meant to understand. Chosen ones walk alone for a season because the calling is heavy, unique, rare, sacred. You were set apart from birth, different, marked. There was always something about you they couldn't figure out. That's why they envied you, feared you, resisted you. And when the spiritual shift began, when your frequency changed, they had to go. Not because you are wrong, not because you are broken, but because they could not survive the atmosphere of your destiny. But listen, the silence you feel is not empty. It is holy. It is filled with the voice of God you could not hear before. It is crowded with angels moving things in the unseen, rearranging your path, clearing your way. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are in the secret chamber of preparation, because what is coming requires total focus, absolute purity, undivided attention. Heaven is about to trust you with more, and the weight of this blessing could crush you if the wrong people are attached. That's why the familiar voices are gone. Their opinions no longer matter. Their small thinking cannot shape your next season. You've been called to something they couldn't see. God blinded their understanding on purpose so they would release you. So you would be forced to step forward, alone, braver, bolder, stronger than ever before. And you are. Look at you, still standing, still breathing, still burning with purpose when you should have given up. The fire in you has survived every storm, every betrayal, every disappointment, because that fire was divine, unkillable, eternal. And now you are ready. Ready to walk the road meant only for you. Ready to hear the instructions no one else will hear. Ready to move when no one claps, no one watches, no one approves. This is the secret training of chosen ones. Hiddenness, aloneness, isolation. So that when the stage appears, when the light shines, when the door swings wide, you will not be shaken. You will not need their applause. You will not be seduced by their praise, because you were built in the silence, forged in the loneliness, strengthened in the dark. But the enemy, the enemy knew this was the season of your rising. That's why the warfare was so intense. Why the loneliness felt like death. Why the nights stretched long and cold and empty. He wanted you to believe you were forgotten, discarded, invisible. But the truth was exactly the opposite. You were hidden because you were precious, covered because you were valuable, protected because you carried something rare. And the enemy could not touch you. The isolation was your shield, the loneliness your armor, the quiet your sanctuary. And while you wept for the ones who left, heaven smiled because they knew what you could not see yet. That better connections were forming. Divine alignments were waiting. Destiny partners, kingdom builders, true friends, who would celebrate your rise without fear, without jealousy, without competition. But first, the imposters had to leave. The counterfeits had to fall away. The small-minded had to walk off the stage. And God let them go for your sake. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. You are not being abandoned. You are being advanced. You are not alone because you are unwanted. You are alone because you are holy, chosen, sacred, set apart for something great, something history will remember, something hell fears and heaven invests in. You are the seed of a new move, a fresh wave, a divine explosion. And seeds must go into dark ground before they rise. But listen, the season of hiding is ending. The time of waiting is closing. You can feel it in your spirit. The stirring, the shifting, the sense that something bigger than you dreamed is unfolding. This is why the loneliness increased before the breakthrough, because the curtain is about to rise. The trumpet about to sound. The world is about to see what God has been building in secret. And you will shine with glory they cannot explain. You will carry authority they cannot deny. You will walk in favor they cannot stop. Because you paid the price of loneliness. Stay strong, chosen one. The separation was necessary. The silence was sacred. The breaking was preparation. And when the unveiling comes, you will not regret a single tear, a single night, a single empty room. Because what's waiting is worth everything you lost. And now the secret unfolds. The final reason they could not stay. The truth your heart has been aching for, but could not yet handle. The reason the ones you trusted turned away. Why even the good ones, the kind ones, the familiar ones, were taken out of your life. It is because they were not anointed for your next season. Their oil would have run dry where you are going. Their faith would have failed in the pressure you were about to face. Their hearts would have cracked under the glory you were being trusted to carry. You see, the blessing on your life is too heavy for the casual, too pure for the common, too rare for the comfortable. God is raising you to a place that demands clean hands, pure motives, fierce loyalty, and not everyone could qualify for this level. Heaven does not gamble with destiny. God will not risk your promise to keep you comfortable. That is why he stripped the crowd, emptied the room, let the friends scatter. Not because you are cursed, but because you are called. There is a difference. The called must be pruned, must be refined, must be alone so, when the blessing falls, the weight will not crush you. The chosen ones know this loneliness. They know this silence. You are not the first. Every great soul walked this path. Moses was alone in the desert. Joseph was alone in the pit. David was alone in the cave. Even Jesus went alone into the wilderness. Why? Because greatness is born in solitude. But the enemy hoped this would break you. That you would collapse under the weight of your loneliness. That you would settle for smallness. Shrink back, give up. But you didn't. You stayed standing. Crying sometimes. Confused sometimes. Angry sometimes. But still standing. Still believing. Still holding on to the whisper of destiny in your spirit. And because you endured the silence, you were about to inherit the sound. The sound of doors opening no man can shut. The sound of favor falling like rain. The sound of divine connections arriving in perfect timing. Yes, that's what comes next. The connections, the alignments, the people of purpose. The ones God handpicked for your new season. Not the jealous, not the small-minded, not the fearful, but the ones who see your light and do not flinch. Who hear your dream and do not envy. Who walk beside you without dragging you down. This is why the old ones had to leave so the real ones could come. Because your destiny requires a new tribe, a kingdom circle, people who speak the language of greatness, who dream big, who pray hard, who build fearlessly. They are coming, soon, and you will know them, instantly, because they will feel like peace, like joy, like breath after drowning. Their spirits will recognize yours. Their vision will match yours. They will not drain you. They will water you. They will not compete. They will complete you. Will not have to beg for their loyalty. Explain your calling. Hide your light to protect their insecurity. No, they will celebrate your rise. They will lift your arms. They will push you higher, and you will do the same for them. This is kingdom. This is alignment. This is divine connection.